Regrets are bad, man. Saurav, make sure you don't do anything in life that you'll end up regretting. I don't know why he said that to me that day. September 2015, I was all excited to start my college life in India. Yes, after watching Student of the Year. And as I reached there, what I saw, a building that looked like at least 100 years old, made by the British people. Guys with big mustache walking around with books and papers in their hand. A big cricket ground beside full of sand. And after some struggle, I made my way to the administration department. And as I was walking, I noticed something unusual. And I asked the old man who was making arrangements for my admission, why are there no girls in the college? This is a boys' college, son. Disappointment. Be careful of the meetings they have in the hostel, he said me. Meetings? I didn't know what to make out of that. So meeting is the term they use for ragging in hostel. For first night, all the freshers were called down to the basketball court. We lined up and made our attendance, shouting our room numbers. We were taught how to behave, how to follow the system, and how to adapt to it. Now, being a fresher would mean that you were a slave for the whole year. You would bring food for them. You would carry water bottles to their room. You would sometimes wake up 3 in the morning just to listen to their drunk stories. Yes. And the worst, you would have to greet them namaste every morning. Just imagine, every morning for the whole year, you would greet them namaste. That was cruel. And if you'd try to rebel, that scared the hell out of you, man. Yes. And as time passed by, all the freshers, they accepted the system. Because by the time we all realized in the next 2 years, we would be doing the same. Just relax and chill while our slaves did all the work. Time passed by, I was enjoying. But there was this one guy, a rebel in the hostel, who didn't want to go by the system, who always had his own way of life. Shamsher Singh Rathod. A guy with big mustache and a typical Rajasthani accent. I'd already heard so much about Shamsher. And when I first saw him, he was in the middle of a big hallway sitting in a chair, surrounded by 6, 7 guys, and he was explaining the rules of the college. Now, Shamsher was the guy you would want to be friends with, trust me. He had the best PR in the college. Everyone from the librarian to teachers to the watchman, even people at the tea stall knew Shamsher. So good PR, he never paid a penny while traveling in the city bus. He had this amazing quality to be friends with people. Shamsher and I, we were in the same class. Our rooms were just beside each other. So we became really good friends. And Shamsher, he had really smart ideas of skipping meetings. Now, as we would be scared of the meeting nights, Shamsher always had amazing excuses. He would sometimes come up with an excuse that I had hurt my leg and couldn't stand up in the meeting. And the next morning, he would be seen playing basketball in the court. The senior would be scared of him. Every time meetings would happen, Shamsher had an emergency phone call that someone was sick from his home and he had to take it. Every now and then, someone came to Jaipur and Shamsher had to go to the railway station to pick them up, only in the meeting nights. Studious. The guy would not come to college for months, but at night you would find him finding answers in books, what to study and what not to. He had his own way of life, Shamsher and I gelled up very quickly. He helped me settle down in a different land. I found a brother away from home. Now, as time passed by, we started having fun in hostel, What Shamsher and we used to do, we used to lock all the rooms in the hostel and start knocking every door. The hostel would go crazy at night. He would always come late in hostel, And the watchman, he hated Shamsher. We'd play table tennis all night long, have deep conversations about life in the hostel garden all night long. He was always so interested in my story of my life back home. He always wanted to come to Kathmandu. Yes, I always wanted to bring him here and show him that the places I grew up. As time passed by, life went on. Shamsher and I were good friends. The guy was clever, but also very ambitious. No, he was not okay with the ordinary achievements in life. He wanted to be extraordinary, So extraordinary, he wanted to achieve something big, that not normal people could do. While others went home in summer holidays, Shamsher took up a job. He stayed back. And that summer changed our relationship with Samsher. He started hanging out with different circles. He came out of the room very less. I accepted it. We all did. We all thought it was just a Samsher thing. He would just take his time and come out strong as ever. It was one night, I randomly went to Samsher's room, knocked it up, and he told me that he didn't want to come out and just sleep the day. Yes, just a Samsher thing, we all thought. The next day was Holi. Now, Holi in our hostel had a long-going tradition. We used to make this beautiful drink with a pure milk and go wild in our hostel. You know, the one wouldn't be there, just guys, we could do anything we want. One morning, I woke up all excited, and I heard a friend call my name. And as I went, Samsher was not opening the door. We managed to break it, and what I saw left me in shock. A ceiling fan, shawl, and Samsher. I couldn't believe what happened. The guy who had taught me so much in life had given up. I couldn't comprehend what was going around. No, I didn't cry, man. And tonight, I'd like to say sorry, my friend. Sorry, I couldn't be there for you like you were there for me. Sorry, I couldn't understand what was going through your mind behind those closed doors, buddy. The man who taught me about regret left me with the biggest regret of my life. A regret that had I been with him that night, maybe Samsher would be here. Maybe we would be in different corners of the world, but he would still be here, and we would be sharing what was going through each other's mind. And you know what Samsher taught me? We mastered the art of hiding our emotions so beautifully. And especially we guys, we've made an image for others to see rather than expressing ourselves. Let's talk about it. Let's be okay and open to handling our emotions. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay to speak about emotions. Samsher taught me to live life. Thank you.